In early spring 2025, we bought this 2-bedroom abandoned house in Småland, Sweden, complete with 1,600 square meters of land for less than a year's rent back in London. And 2 months later, we thought it's time to give you the full and honest tour of our progress so far. Watch until the end to find out exactly how much we paid for this quirky house straight out of an Astrid Lindgren book. Hey, welcome to our...
How soon already?
Hey, welcome home to our traditional Swedish villa. Come on, let me give you the grand tour. So first you come into this really spacious entrance hall. Considering this is a 2-bedroom villa and quite a small house, it's a really impressive space. If you've seen some of our past episodes, you'll know the state of the house when we first viewed it. That was only a couple of months ago. I think we've been moved in for about 8 weeks. So this is very much a renovation in progress, a DIY renovation in progress. And we're trying to keep, restore, or refurbish as much of the original features as we can. Like the wallpaper. As you can see, we think they had a cat or something that went a little wild on the walls, so most of this will probably have to come off. We're hoping at least that we can keep some of the wallpaper that's going up the stairs, or that's behind Otto, because it's really pretty. So maybe we'll just keep this section if we have to get rid of the rest. We'll see. This feels like such a win, and we're definitely going to be keeping this. Here we have all our shoes. Well, not all our shoes, but most of them. Space for bags, hats, etc. And then up here, of course, the all-important motorcycle helmets. Well, a couple of the collection, anyway. We've got oi. Don't know what to say about this. I'll show you upstairs in a moment, but you'll see how wide the stairs are as well. Such a beautiful way to come into the house. We'll do the cellar in a minute, but just to show you some more of the storage here. We've got another shelf and storage for coats and bits and bobs. But we'll do the creepy cellar in a little while. One of our favourite rooms in the house is definitely the living room. What's super nice about this room, but also most of the other rooms, is that there's windows on more than one wall. Some of our favourite features about the room. Number one, obviously, kakelugnen. This type of house is actually built around the kakelugn in the centre. The house was abandoned for quite a long time. So even though we're trying to keep as much of the decor as it was originally, unfortunately, because of the damage done, we have had to strip some of the walls. But it's still such a win because look at this beautiful wood. So in terms of insulation, it doesn't really affect it too much on the inside walls anyway. And the outside walls, we have kept the thicker insulating boards for now. This is very much a work in progress and it will be for a while. And there's a lot of fixing and refurbishments that need to happen. This being one. So let us know in the comments if that's something that you want to see, and we'll film a video for next week showing the not so nice bits. All right. So you can see that this probably had a little fire as well of some sort. It's a bit gutting that it's gone, but it has inspired us to have a look at potentially popping a new one in. There are signs that there was another little oven here, so maybe it wouldn't be the biggest job reconnecting one up into the chimney and relaying some pretty tiles down here. I mean, who doesn't like choosing tiles? For this room though, we're not really people that use a dining room. We're more kitchen dwellers. So maybe we'll have like a desk space, some shelves for books. It wasn't until we moved in that we realized that the house had a sliding door to the kitchen. A sliding door that doesn't slide very easily. This was something that Otto discovered. I think, how long have we lived here? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, no.
We didn't even think to look. But as you can see, there are signs. Next, I'll show you where some of the magic happens. Welcome to the kitchen, where there's a substantial list of jobs that need doing. But for now, sort of works, and it's actually kind of cute if you ignore the rough bits. Just realised how Swedish our colour palette is at the moment. Our colour scheme. This is Otto's from Belgium, and his mum kindly donated her beautiful metal blue garden table. The rustic look just works perfectly in here, to be honest. Another cute little feature is this original thermometer on the kitchen window. Still works as well. So literally all that we've done here is take off the cupboard doors, and we're deciding whether to put them on again, to be honest. I actually quite like it open. What we're going to do is decide on the colour. We're thinking like a warm tone, and maybe just give them a bit of a sand and repaint them, because they're really well built wooden solid cupboards. Don't fix what ain't broken. This section is going to need replacing, or at least sort of fixing up a little bit, because the drawers are completely ruined, sadly. And then again, we've taken the cupboard doors off. Some of them were also not in a very good state, and it's quite nice open. We'll probably leave these, to be honest. For the most part, yeah, we've just given it a good clean, and it's usable for now. Again, a theme running through this house is that there's excellent storage. The kitchen, the bedrooms, the hallway, the cellar, storage coming out our ear holes. All right, so next, shall we do upstairs?
Yep.
First, you come to these beautiful, beautiful, wide stairs. And again, for such a small house, it's such a beautiful space. Not to mention this handmade wooden handrail. If anybody knows what type of wood this is, please comment. The stairs were also covered in some sort of a plastic lino, so they've been quite well preserved, to be honest. Welcome to the landing. You will notice this is where the roof and the ceiling took the biggest toll from being empty with a hole, where the weather was just making its way inside for several years. This is our biggest project. So as you're about to see, our bathroom is split into two. It's not what you'd call traditional, but you'll see why in a moment. If you've been with us since episode 1, or perhaps 2, you'll know that Otto had a real fun time in here trying to figure out where the leak was coming from that was gushing into the living room. Here we had the culprit. There's also water that comes in through this window that doesn't close, as well as the main issue. But this is still the toilet, and you'll see now why we've not included that in previous videos. It's not exactly something that we'd like to put too much focus on for now, so let's just say we haven't exactly had too many guests around.
Great potential though.
Great potential. I like the different colour wood, to be honest. So the 2 bedrooms are probably the rooms where we've done the least, that had the least damage at least. Wow. We've pretty much just been able to move in for now, but we will want to do a little bit of work eventually. So this is our spare bedroom / storage room. And even though it's quite a small, cute and cozy room, it does have a very large amount of storage and a cute vintage light fixture. Oh, something else that we found. Maybe on the first night where we slept here. The light switches are glow in the dark. Can't show you that now, obviously, but cute little touch. Cute little touch back to the 90s. Also, all of the doors still have the keys in. Somehow magically, after all of these years, since 1945, all the original keys, which are beautiful, still sit in the locks and work like a dream. So yeah, here's the first cupboard. In here we've just got our storage boxes and bits and bobs for now. But it's really beautiful actually. It's got a little window. And it's so spacious that it runs behind the wall all the way into the other bedroom. Not that you can see because it's got all our stuff in there at the moment. Another nice little feature to show you actually, compared to modern doors, not only are they really thick, good quality wood, but the handles are really beautiful. Next we have the main bedroom. And again, you'll notice how light it is. And there is a little bit of damage to the ceiling, and we will get around to fixing that. But for now, it's in pretty good condition considering that, again, it's been standing empty for so many years. The reason why there is cement here on the floor is because downstairs you've got the kakelugn and the fire. So this is to heat protect. This fun little spot here is also where the chimney is. So once again, we're probably going to have to replace a bit of this and figure out how to neaten this up. But it's not really doing any harm for now. Another beautiful find. We know that the previous owner did quite a lot of traveling, so we presume that this could be an original. Really cool little find. And it was rolled up in, well, I'll show you where it was rolled up. Cupboard number 1. Now this is the cupboard. Now this is the story, all about how this cupboard got turned upside down by the weather. So this is where the ceiling and the roof has had all of the problems. So again, absolutely massive storage space and another cute little window. But you can see now, for perspective, with Otto in there, it's a really big space.
I mean, I'm 6'4".
Exactly.
So.
Absolutely massive space. And then on the opposite, and then here is where I've got my clothes storage. As you can see, it's gonna need some tidying. Let's not zoom in on that. Let's zoom in on the beautiful window. Such a nice window. We won't focus too much on the rest of it. And once again, that storage space runs all the way behind this wall of our bed. The wall our bed is pushed up against. And into Otto's. All right, you're showing off now. Look how neat yours is.
Different.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell them that it didn't look like this prior to this morning. Okay, somebody got word that we were filming this video. Up here, we've got the attic. And our friends from Eon have had the pleasure of calling up there. And so have you, actually, in the beginning.
I have.
And what did we find? What did you find? Wasp nests, which they weren't active at the time. We're hoping that they're not going to be moved back into. We've been keeping an eye on it because there are quite a lot of holes from the exterior where the wood has sort of chipped away, rotted away. So if they want to get in, oh, they could. Hey, babe, I just thought of another nice thing that I don't even think you and I have mentioned to each other. This house, I think, since it was built in 1945, has only had 2 owners.
Yeah.
Potentially 3, but I think maybe only 2.
Well, on paper 3, because we bought it from someone who's never been here.
He doesn't count. He was never here. He never lived in it. All right, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't count if you never live in it.
No, that's true.
The husband and wife who owned this house originally sold it to the elderly gentleman who sadly passed away in November. It was only a few months before we came to view this house, so we almost could have met him. But yeah, that means there's only been 2 owners. I don't know, is that a rare thing? Oh, it's a nice thing. We're pretty sure this house has only had 2 owners. 2.5. Come on down and Otto will show you the cellar. Actually, and the bathroom, point 2.
All right, down the basement we go. Follow the leader. All right, so here down the basement, we first things first got the electrics. Was a bit of a shocker at first to see the fuse box, because I thought this looks a bit outdated. But then everyone else has one like this here. It's normal. It's the norm. And a new meter, so we don't have to switch anything out. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just twist and go. Then we have the freezer that we can't get working, which is a shame because it turns on. It sounds like it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's not cooling. So if anyone has any tips on how to get that beautiful freezer started, let us know. It's a Acea Scandia. It's really hard to find online. But the one thread we found somewhere said, keep it.
Keep it.
They're good. They're really good, so keep it. Tony's throne over there. Bit of pant. No, you've got to do.
Bit of pant.
Kitchen doors. And at the same time, we are in our fridge. We keep our vegetables and our butter down here. It's nice and cool. It's always freezing down here. This is the one I found quite interesting. This is where all the hot stuff happens. Or used to happen. So, this is a 3,000 litre fuel tank for burning oil. I think it's burning oil or diesel in there. There is still, I'd say 3/4 almost in there. Then this is the boiler, I guess you'd call it. So there's a burner on the bottom. It's quite complicated, but I'm quite confident with this because we had a similar installation on the barge.
Yeah.
As in, this was similar. So this is basically the burner. If you come around, you can see on the back there's a little, it's hard to see, but that's basically where it ignites and heats everything up. So I've got to clean that off and give it a bit of a service.
What year is this from?
1960.
Wicked. Värmeberedare. Nice.
So that's for warm water in the taps and central heating. So that'd be cool if I get that one working. We weren't gonna use it. Plan was to try and find an alternative, but now that we figured out there's about roughly 2,000 litres of burning oil in there, might as well use it.
Waste not, want not.
And here we got a little room full of our stuff, my tools and everything we found in the house that we want to keep. That's really cool. Radius, made in Sweden. It's a very old little camping stove. Pretty cool. But it's a really nice room. It's actually the only room down here where there was a radiator.
And wallpaper.
And it was wallpaper. So when we had our plumber around, Martin, hey Tony, he tried, when we put in the meter in, he said it was actually quite hard to get through. And he had special bits like to drill into concrete. Yeah, he said it feels pretty good.
Feels solid.
And they do look, as you can see at the windows, they do look a bit thicker than just a wall. Pretty good. So yeah, I think this was maybe at some point a bedroom for someone.
Creepy.
I like the old switches. They're reminiscent. It's old plastic.
Ah, right.
It's an old hardened plastic, but they're really cool. They're really good. Very good. Really cool. So then, out of the boiler room into the wet room. After you, mate. So this has been quite a few of our videos, especially in the beginning. It's the second part of a bathroom with a washing machine that we managed to get going. That was here. It's pretty cool. because as everyone knows, we're on a very small budget. Boiler is great. It's a cheap one. It's been working. It's not done anything weird. We've got hot water. Then a really cool feature here downstairs was this old stove. It's connected on the chimney. And yeah, exactly, Tony. It's connected on the chimney, and it's really cool. Clean that up. Maybe at some point we can reuse it. Or when the electrics go, even cooler, because I never knew this existed, is this guy that we now use as a laundry basket. But this is, I think, to do your laundry. It's got a access point for wood down here. And then on the other side, it's connected to, again, the chimney. And this comes out. It's a huge copper pot.
Make a good witch's cauldron.
Exactly. So obviously this is something that is new for me again as well in Sweden, is a lot of the bathrooms, and we found out here the basements have a drain just in the floor. We were fortunate enough to install the bath and just have a reused Hoover, Hoover hose. Even though when it's cold in the morning, it's nice to just open the door. The sun comes in, sun comes up that way, so it's always in the morning. So it's quite nice. Adds that little bit of to the day. You right, Tone? Switch off. That's fine. Yeah, I know. Up, up. One thing I would say, I'll come back down because it's a bit dark. The stairs are really nice, but we are daily, I should say trying, but daily trying to treat it because there's woodworm. There's a naughty woodworm in there, and he loves it. And here we are. I think Tony is ready for some food.
I think we're all ready for some food, babe.
Alright, means I'll jump on the bike and go and get some food.
Final thoughts. So I guess we better answer the question that's undoubtedly on everybody's lips. How much did we pay for the house, babe? How much did we pay for the house?
I think we paid in Swedish krona, I think it was 132,000.
Something like that.
So in British pounds, just about around over £10,000.
Something like that. The reason why it's a little confusing is because we kept switching from euros to pounds to Swedish crowns, and then the exchange rate kept changing, but we'll call it about 130 Swedish crowns. Thanks so much for watching, lovers. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed our video, and don't forget to comment if you'd like to see a follow-up video next week of all the problem areas and things that need fixing that we found in the house so far. You can also support us through Buy Me a Coffee on the link in our description. All proceeds will go towards fixing the roof and keeping up our energy levels. See you again next Sunday. Love you.